Let's speak broadly, Minister, about what you're hoping some of the salient issues will be in this specific commission. Because let's face it, there are so many different things we could speak about insofar as health is concerned that you'd need your own 4 days to ventilate them. So given the constraints and what this gathering is actually about, what are you hoping would rise to the top?
Firstly, it is going to assess resolutions. Remember that this is a midterm review.
Yeah.
NGC is a midterm review, meaning it's midterm after the last NEC was put in place, which is 2022. Midterm is now we are reviewing. What progress have we made during that period? But because we never had an NGC for 10 years, we've also decided to go back, even to the 52nd conference, take all the resolutions that were adopted there and check progress in implementing them. Some will have been half implemented, others might not even have started. Check where the problems are and try to put solutions.
Yeah, I'm sure you've listened to some of the early discussions that have already taken place. What's your sense about what branches are most concerned about, given the period that you're evaluating?
Well, branches at all times are concerned about delivery in their respective areas, whether you are talking about water, whether it's electricity, whether it's housing, whether it's basic education about schools, whether it's health about clinics, etc. They are more concerned about practical things, Whereas we say this conference is more or less about, success or failure of policies and failure of implementation, etc. When you come from a branch, you are very practical. Your clinic at home, is it functioning? Is there water for the people? Are they troubled by electricity? Is the school working well? Does it have a well-functioning school governing body, etc.? That's what branch members will come up with, and we'll have to clarify them and put it in a form of a resolution, how we resolve some of their problems.
Yeah, and that's got its place, I'm sure you'll agree, because it's one thing to have the policy, it's another if you aren't given the tools of trade to implement that very policy, right? And so I do wonder whether or not perhaps what this is revealing is the need to start bridging that gap between these high-level discussions. I mean, I'm sure you've been inundated with questions around funding from the US, et cetera, but where the rubber hits the road, so to speak, is in those very clinics.
Yeah, that's true. And I am saying an ordinary branch member would like to know about that. Yeah. When they sit, when they stand to talk, those are the basic questions they ask about where they come from.